What's good, Rizzle fam? It is your boy, Big Man. You know, some rappers really live the tough and gangsta life that they preach about on their records. Music is supposed to reflect our reality, and many artists abide by that rule to the fullest. But that means you might get touched anytime and anywhere, especially if you don't know how to move. If you're going to talk about violence, get ready to experience it yourself, because you never know when you could get checked. Today, we're going to talk about a few rappers who basically faced death and managed to escape with their lives. So let's get down to it. Quando Rondo recently announced that he's no longer affiliated with the Rollin' 60 Crips gang, a group that he had been associated with for several years. In a statement released on social media, the rapper expressed his desire to distance himself from any negative associations and focus on his music career. "I'm not jump out gang either. Ain't no loyalty in this shit. I'm my own man. I'm not NH. Y'all ain't gonna ride for real. There's no sense for me being a part of y'all shit. Y'all with the opposition. I don't give a who feel hit." Quando Rondo's decision comes after several high-profile incidents involving violence and gang-related activity. See, Quando was involved in a shooting that resulted in the death of the Chicago drill legend King Von, who's associated with a rival gang. In addition, Quando Rondo's shows have been canceled or postponed due to concerns about safety and potential gang-related activity. Not to mention, his homie Lil Pav got smoked in LA after they allegedly forgot to check in, yet they knew very well that Quando Rondo dissed quite a few important people. Quando Rondo realized that his affiliation with the Rollin' 60 Crips had been a source of both pride and trouble in his life, but he ultimately decided that it was time to move on. He thanked his fans for their support and promised to continue making music that reflects his experiences and his desire for a better future. NBA Youngboy is another famous rapper who faced trouble several times, yet he managed to make it out alive. YB is a crazy dude, and his fans rock with his every decision. However, YB got into a couple of incidents that could have ended badly. As YB and his crew were filming a video for one of his songs, a couple of local goons pulled up to the spot to check out the situation and see who was the person making all the fuss. Once they realized that it was YB, words started getting thrown around and YB was caught looking pretty mad on camera. However, the incident came to a conclusion once a guy from the YB clique pulled out a burner. That's when the goons in the car pulled away and things started to settle down a bit. But this wasn't the only time that YB got into a situation like this. One time YB got called out for not being about that life. According to a few guys from the projects, YB is just as fake and isn't really gangster like that. That's when YB got upset and called out a dude for a fight, even though he was clearly outnumbered. The fight never happened because YB was held back by some of the dudes who rolled with him. But if the fight had taken place, who knows what the result would have been. YB's a scary dude, and you don't want to mess with him. But no matter who you are and how crazy you seem, there's always going to be someone ready to push it even further. It's good that nothing took place that night. The fact YB got crazy fans out there is proved by this one incident that took place after one of his fans jumped NLE Choppa at an airport and bragged about it on social media.
Hey yo, yeah, I just knocked out NLE Choppa. He's a fucking bitch.
A video was surfaced online showing a YB fan, Big 4K Trey, assaulting rapper NLE Choppa. The video shows him running up to NLE Choppa and punching him before being tackled by security. NLE Choppa, who was visibly shaken by the incident, later took to social media to address that situation. He explained that he was at the airport with his family and was caught totally off guard by the attack. He also expressed his disappointment that violence had become such a prevalent issue in the music industry. Takashi 6ix9ine's middle name is basically controversy. That's what got him in the game and boosted his career in the first place. If he wasn't doing things his own way and calling out like half of the music industry, well, he probably wouldn't even be here today. However, with a big old mouth like that comes big old trouble, and Takashi 6ix9ine felt it on his own skin. Just a little ago, Takashi got ambushed by a bunch of thugs inside of a gym facility. Outnumbered and pushed into a corner, Takashi couldn't really do much but take that beating. Many claim that Takashi got super lucky that day with how much hate he's been putting out, not only in his music, but also in interview appearances and social media posts. Many believe that he could have suffered a far more lethal outcome. It's amazing he lasted this long without getting jumped. As of now, we know that Takashi is doing just fine. He commented on the beating, and he explained the situation from his point of view. For 2 years, I've been walking around with no security. Not saying I promote that, but now you see I really never hid from anything. In the streets, there's no rules. I can't say they were wrong. I'm happy to still be here. And I want to say I love my fans. Thank you. P.S. I never knew we respected jumping people. When did that ever become a W? And DaBaby is known to the rap world as a tough guy. And the fact that he got attacked in Walmart and got away with taking another man's life kinda goes to show that he's not just gonna run away when trouble comes his way. However, there was a time where DaBaby may as well have been jumped by a bunch of dudes from the hood. As he was filming the music video for his track 21, a number of people approached him in order to see what he was doing in their part of the city, East Atlanta.
Well, they're cool. They ain't gotta fuck with me, but I ain't signing no permission slip nowhere. That ain't what I do. Hey, look. If you wanted to come politic, you could have came in politic. Hey, that's all good.
Baby earned quite a few points in the books of his fans with this one. They weren't shy to let the folks online know that they felt a certain type of way about it. This isn't being tough, it's called being a man and living by principles. There's a certain way you handle things. DaBaby had to let him know. This man's a straight G. No posse around him. He stood his ground. Mad respect. The Game is a West Coast legend you don't want to start a fight with at all. We know well that The Game beefed with some of the major players like 50 Cent and lived to tell the story. If someone had experience, then it's your boy Game. Tyga had The Game come do a verse for one of his tracks. As Chicago drill was on the come up at the time, beef was cooking up between Game and Lil Durk, who wasn't as big as he is today. The Game had a pretty fire beat and he dropped a diss track, totally clowning on Lil Durk. But that was just the beginning of what turned out to be quite an issue. See, Lil Durk and his boys actually made it to LA and they went to a party in one of the clubs where it just so happened that The Game was at too. It wasn't long before tension could be felt in the air. Naturally, Game and Durk had very little convo, and it seemed like most of the stuff would go down right there at the club. However, luckily for all the hip-hop community, beef was actually squashed. Some say that those close to The Game were handling the situation like pros, and we gotta thank them for actually stopping any potential incident from taking place. Dude who told The Game let that go is the dude you need around you in the corner. He seen where it was about to go down. He saved a lot of lives that night. According to a tweet that came a day later, the two managed to talk it out and squash all the problems the night earlier. Who knows what could have happened if the two started a fight? The last two people we got in an accident and almost knuckled up are two rappers Casanova and Soulja Boy. Soulja did something to piss off Casanova and things started getting ugly between the two. See, Casanova called out Soulja Boy on social media, accusing him of yelling at a woman during the recording session. In a series of posts on IG, Casanova criticized Soulja Boy's behavior and called him to show more respect to women.
I understand what you're saying. It's females, homie. Look, females.
So if they females, they need to talk like females. Why is she talking like she gangster?
Yo, you gonna hit the female?
I'm not gonna touch her.
The incident in question allegedly occurred during a recording session where Soulja Boy was reportedly upset with a female engineer and began yelling at her. Casanova, who was also present at the session, said he was disappointed to see this kind of behavior from Soulja and urged him to be more mindful of how he treats others. Soulja never spilled the beans on the whole story and he didn't post much about what really took place that day. But all we know is that once you watch the video, you feel the stress levels getting pretty high. It makes you wonder if someone was about to throw a punch or not. Feels like things might go left any second. Who do you think faced a grim situation and managed to get away with it? Let us know about it in the comment section below, and maybe we'll make a video about them too. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to check out the rest of the videos on our channel and press that subscribe button if you haven't already. As always, remember to keep it Rizzle.